Before we go racing, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, if you could, remove your caps as we pay tribute to our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Off of 4, Miley and Geisler bring the field to life, and the green is out. Geisler grabs the lead in the Concord Automotive 1C. The Calusi Chevy 99 of Miley is second. Burgoon in the Three River Scrap Iron 17 sits third. Then it's the unique Walls and Flooring 17 of Lance Elson. Mark Banal in the 697. On the outside of Banal comes the Hairway to Heaven DFG Excavating 71M of Mike Bassage. Mike Bassage moves to 5th in the 71M. Ed Ferree in car 4 will move to 6th. Geisler is your leader. Ben Miley's second. Brandon Burgoon a close third as they race off at turn number 4. Lance Elson sits in 4th. Mike Bassage is 5th. Carrie Gasser slows down in the 0. And she spins the car on the back straightaway. Carrie Gasser in car 0K, the UPS freight machine, looked like she was headed to the pit. She had fallen off the pace, and the car suddenly spun around right before the entrance to the pits back there. She is turning it around. Off of 4, the green is out. Geisler still your leader. Brandon Burgoon again putting the second pressure on Miley. Miley is still second. Burgoon third. Mike Bassage now, the 71M, moves into 4th. Lance Elson drops to 5th. Halfway, 4 down and 4 to go. Geisler turning that lap at 1977. 2 laps to go. Miley second, Burgoon third, Elson 4th, Bassage 5th, Ferree is 6th, Banal is 7th, and then the 2M of Chuck Medved. Concord Automotive, Groff Tractor and Equipment 1C of Lynn Geisler. Mark Banal off the pace in the 697. Something looks like it's broken on the left front of that car in the E-Mod class. On the hammer again with 2 laps to go. Geisler still your leader. Close racing between Burgoon and Elson. They get the rubbing fenders, and Ed Ferree tries to get by on the outside. Not enough room right now down the back straightaway. Things are crowded in the middle of the field. Still Geisler over Miley. Burgoon, Elson, and Ferree off at turn number 4. 1 lap to go. Into turn number 4, the Cochran Automotive Groff Tractor and Equipment. 1C of Lynn Geisler will pick up the win. Ben Miley second. Brandon Burgoon third. Lance Elson fourth. Ed Ferree fifth. In turn 4 they come off the 4th turn. Green is out. Rodriguez into the lead. Steffens second. The West Virginia Rim Rider Baker now second. Steffens third. Barbara fourth. Into 3 and 4. Tommy Beck and Lou Bradish are next. In turn 4, it's still Rodriguez, chased by Baker. Tommy Beck in the 91 low slides it into turn number 1. He battling Keith Barber now for the 4th spot down the back chute. Barber, meantime, ducks under. Steffens goes sweeping by, now climbs the bank in turn number 4. Steffens will get back by him for 3rd. Rodriguez, your leader. Baker still second. Barbara back into 3rd, or will be Steffens down the back chute. Beck is 5th, Bradish 6th. Baker trying the outside of Rodriguez, coming down the front straightaway, close at the wall. Look out, Rodriguez into the wall. I only think that Keith expected Steve was going to be to his outside as they came down the front straightaway. The Farm Used Auto Parts, Richard Construction, 0 of Baker's got a little bit of cosmetic damage on the left front. And Rodriguez hard into the outside retaining wall in the River Salvage Airport Auto Body number 29R. And the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier. Green is back out with 5 laps to go. Beck moves quickly into 2nd in the 91. Keith Barber trying to get by Jimmy Steffens for 3rd. And the Triangle Benefit Services 17. Past the halfway mark, Baker continues to lead. Let's get our stopwatch out and see what kind of lap times he's turning. Tommy Beck still 2nd. Keith Barber in a laser chassis this year running 3rd. Beck got awfully high in turn 3. He gathers it back up. Baker's lap 1998. .1998 that lap as well. It's awfully consistent. Tommy Beck, 3rd season he's been back on the dirt. And he is your winner. Shake and bake, Steve Baker gets the win in car 0. The West Virginia Rim Rider, your winner over Tommy Beck. Coming into turn 4 and off of 4, the green is out. Good start for Rocky Kugel. Kugel leads. Moats is second. Kugel leads. Moats second. Hank third. Glemba fourth. Chernick fifth. Rocky Kugel's Masters built out in front of the rocket car of Mark Moats Jr., Brian Hank, Bo Glemba, Kenny Chernick. Three more laps to go. Jamie Beck in the 92. The newcomer Michael Belinsky in the 66. Side by side at the back of the field. No one has been able to track down the front two. Rocky Kugel and Mark Moats Jr. They started up front and there they have stayed. Ken Chernick fifth, then Colton Flinner, Dusty Curry, Jamie Beck, and Opolinski. One more lap around Dirt's Monster half mile for Rocky Kugel out of East Liverpool, Ohio. In the Paper Services Outlaws Rock Band 7KRT. Mark Moats Jr. out of Hookstown still running second. Trying to put a charge on into turn three. Glemba, meantime, challenging Brian Hank for third. Kugel's going to win it. Moats second. Brian Hank will take third. Bo Glemba fourth. Kenny Chernick fifth. Colton Flinner, Dusty Curry, Jamie Beck. Off of turn four, green is out. Neil Eisminger in front of the 84. Kyle Lucan in the 1 is second. Scott Shemp in the 75 third. And Justin Lamb in the 93X. 39 Terry Kerr. Tommy Dembowski moves to fifth in the 79, and here comes Danny Karolakis in the K car. Josh Holtgraver, Michael Reft also moving by the 39 of Terry Kerr. It's the Phil Lucan. Phil Lucan stable running first and second with Neil Eisminger and Kyle Lucan. Scott Shemp still third, Justin Lamb fourth, and Tommy Dembowski fifth. Karolakis gets high in the K. The king of spades, Josh Holtgraver in the 00 trying to get by him. Michael Reft and Terry Kerr are next. Two laps to go. Kid Kyle trying to run down. Neil Eisminger has made up some ground here the last couple of laps. And we got a car spinning in turn two. 79, Tom Dembowski, who was running fifth. Spins around in the David P. Crest Construction rocket. Tom Dembowski out of Monroeville. brings out the caution. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as we get back underway. Kyle Lucan, still your leader. Well, he has passed Neil Eisminger and has taken the lead. Neil Eisminger now second. It looked like Kyle was getting close to making that pass before the caution came out. Justin Lamb is up to third. Josh Holtgraver is the driver that's really made big progress since the caution, the 00 car. He's now up into fifth. Lucan wins it. Eisminger second. Lamb is third. Schemp fourth. Holtgraver fifth. Problems. Tom Martinek at the 65 off the pace right at the start. Or that was, yeah, it was Martinek at the 65. He's off the pace. Now looks like he's starting to go again. Your leader is Daryl Charlier. Kevin Miller second. Chris Bassage to third in the 71C. Andre Layfield, by the way, is driving the 7 car and not Jim Petrail. Andre Layfield is driving the 7, not Jim Petrail. Daryl Charlier with a healthy lead. Kevin Miller second. Clayton Kennedy running a solid third. Chris Bassage fourth, and J.E. Stalter is fifth. Clayton Kennedy wheels the number 9 car to second. Kennedy moves up to second. Good race for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Not much doubt about the lead here. Daryl Charlier has left the others in his wake. With 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Kennedy second in a new throw and dirt chassis. Kevin Miller third, Chris Bassage fourth, and J.E. Stalter is fifth. The Midway Missile. Daryl Charlier continues to lead. Checkered flag waving for Daryl Charlier in the Parker Auto Center, Donaldson Supply number 12. Clayton Kennedy's first run in the new car comes home second. Bassage third. J.E. Stalter edging Kevin Miller for fourth. Checkered flag for Daryl Charlier. Clayton Kennedy second. Eight laps. Wayne Carbo leads. Bob Egley is second. Pat Hanley third. Pat Weldon fourth. Car out of shape in turn 2. That would be the 13 car. Steve Pirates out of Brentwood turned around in turn 2 to bring out the caution, 1 lap down. Green is out. Carbo leads. Egley still second. Weldon and Hanley. Hanley edging ahead in the battle for third. Pat Weldon, Jim Fosnaught, Bob Schwartzmiller all running together. Wayne the Train, Camo Carbo out in front. Egley and Hanley second and third. Fosnaught is fourth. Then Schwartzmiller and Weldon. Fosnaught trying the inside of Hanley. Schwartzmiller to the low side of Weldon. Fosnaught sliding up the banking. Like that, Hanley turns left and tries to duck back underneath. 4 down and 4 to go. Wayne Carbo still in front of Bob Egley. Jim Fosnaught, Pat Hanley, Pat Weldon, Bob Schwartzmiller on the backstretch. Schwartzmiller down on the inside trying once again to get by Pat Weldon. Weldon seems to have a little more zip down the chutes. In fact, Schwartzmiller's car almost sounds like it's missing a cylinder as he goes down the straightaways. Slowing down Wayne Carbo. Two laps to go. Now 3 wide for fourth. The Butler Stonecraft Advanced Auto Parts 54 Wayne Carbo takes the white flag. Bob Egley in the VAS Custom Exhaust and Body Collision. Oh, into the wall, Jim Fosnaught, who was running third. So it's not over yet. A pretty good hit there by Jim Fosnaught in the 20J. One lap to go. Wayne Carbo's big lead by the wayside via the caution flag as we get ready to go again. He slides her into turn 1. You like the way these sportsman cars slide around the racetrack. Egley still second. Look at Pat Weldon in a hurry. The 45 moves to third. 3 wide now for that third spot as we come to the checkered flag. Wayne Carbo wins at Egley second, Weldon third, Hanley fourth, and Schwartzmiller fifth. Mike Mon has pitted into 39. Green is out. 8 laps since the first heat was 8. This will be 8. A couple of cars have scratched from this one. Nick Kachuba quickly into the lead. The Clarking Family Chiropractic Colonial Beer number 10. Vince Kamaker in the 9 second. Then Craig Catellus in the 64. Bill Robertson in the 1B, who was second to Simmons last year in the points chase. Runs fourth. Jake the Snake Simmons in the 68X is fifth. Big lead for Kachuba, just a lap and a half in. A race for second behind him. Kamaker still second. Craig Catellus and Bill Robertson in tow. Kamaker gets a little out of shape in 4. Catellus goes storming by for second in the Drew's Auto Service 64, and the MAD Custom Exhaust 1B of Bill Robertson into 3rd. Past halfway now. Have to start calling him Quick Nick if he doesn't slow down. Nick Kachuba way out in front. Jake Simmons now to the inside of Vince Kamaker off of 4. As the white flag waves, he'll move into 4th. The Simmons window cleaning 68X. Kamaker, who was as high as 2nd, has fallen back to 5th. The Clarking Family Chiropractic Colonial Beer Built Right Restoration and Construction 10 of Nick Kachuba will pick up the heat race win. Simmons off the pace on the final go-round. Catellus gets second. Kachuba wins it. Catellus second. Bill Robertson third. Kamaker will end up 4th, and Betts 5th as Kachuba, or excuse me, not Kachuba, but Jake Simmons has problems on the final lap after he'd moved to 4th.
Out of turn 4 to the green flag of the Flynn Tire and Auto amateur stocks. He takes an early lead over the 97 Jason Herniak going into turn 1. Rich Mason to the inside of Mark Sullivan through turn 1 and 2. Jason Herniak tries to take the spot away for the first position from Dan DeShide coming out of turn 4. He's on the inside again of Dan DeShide through turn 1. Coming down the back straightaway, Herniak takes the position. Ed Weiser way up the track in turn 4. Rich Mason closes on him in a hurry. He's to the inside through turn 1. Dan DeShide pulls to the inside of Jason Herniak coming down the back straightaway and into turn 3. DeShide and Herniak still side by side through turns 1 and 2. Jason Herniak opens up a 1-car length lead through coming out of turn 4. Ed Weiser to the inside of Rich Mason down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Herniak comes down to take the checkered flag, followed by Dan DeShide, Rich Mason, and Ed Weiser. Butch Lewandowski brings him down to the green flag of the 5-lap heat for the Flynn Tire and Auto Amateur Stocks. Brian Redicliffe quickly drops back to the 5th position from 2nd. Garrett O'Patchen up to the 2nd position, followed by Gary Catellis. But it's still the black and gold 59 Butch Lewandowski leading through turn 1. Single file through turn 4, but starting to bunch up. Gary Catellis looks to the inside of the 25. Garrett O'Patchen. Still single file, led by Butch Lewandowski. .25 Garrett O'Patchen now looks to the inside through turn 2. And the 60 of Brian Hutchko pulls into the pits on the back straightaway, smoke pouring from his car. Now Gary Catellis to the inside, 3 wide through turn 4. But Butch Lewandowski holds on to the lead. Gary Catellis takes the 2nd position down to the white flag. Gary Catellis to the inside of Butch Lewandowski through turn 4, coming down to the start-finish line. He'll take the win. Gary Catellis followed by Butch Lewandowski, Garrett O'Patchen, and the 00 of Kurt Bish. Brings him down through turn 4. He gets the green flag. Side by side with Ricky Steigerwald through turn 1. Ricky Steigerwald takes the lead down the back straightaway over Justin Pons. Danny White's up the 3rd. He's to the outside of Justin Pons through turn 4. He'll slide back into the 3rd position down the front straightaway. Ricky Steigerwald still leading with about a 3-car length lead over Justin Pons through turn 4. Tyler Atkinson to the inside of Danny White coming down the front straightaway. Almost contact through turn 2 as Atkinson pushed up. Justin Pons runs a little high through turn 4, but it's still Ricky Steigerwald. White flag for Ricky Steigerwald in the B&Y Lawn Care Red Line Comcast white and black machine from Robinson Township. Checkered flag for Ricky Steigerwald from Robinson Township, only 13 years old. Congratulations.
Thank you.
First race, first win. What is your thoughts on the rest of the season?
I just hope I can keep it fast and do it again.
Would you like to thank any sponsors?
Yeah. BY Lawn Care, my dad, Redline Exhaust, my mom, and my little sister.
Well, congratulations to you. We hope to see you back in victory lane.
Mark Moats of the 23, Mike Bassage the 71M. Ring the field off at turn number 4. Looks good, and the green is out. It'll be Moats in front. Ed Faree slices into second. Lou Bradish trying to follow him to third. Bassage on the outside, still third. Bradish fourth. Off at turn number 4. Keith Barber moving up into the 6th spot. Here comes Ben Miley down the back straightaway in the 99. Faree challenging Mark Moats for the lead in turn 4. Moats still in front, Faree second. Bassage third, Bradish fourth, Elson fifth, Barber is 6th, Miley 7th. Faree's got the lead off at turn 2 down the back straightaway. The Butler pre-owned Franklin Racing Supply cars in credit 4 in front. Moats now second. Geisler and Baker, who were so fast in the heats tonight, starting back in that 6th row, and they're still way back there. Both racing with Jimmy Steffens down the back chute. Baker down to the outside of Steffens, Geisler to the inside. Baker will get by 4 laps in. Caution is out. We got a wreck up in turn 4. Zero K, Kerry Gasser, John Flinner in the 48, and the 697 of Mark Benall are the 3 cars that are stopped. Accelerates off of 4, the green is out. Faree still in front, Moats second. Bassage is third right now. Barber is up to 4th. Brandon Burgoon trying to move to 5th underneath Lou Bradish, and here comes Steve Baker in the 0 car. Race for second in turn 4. Faree ahead of Moats, Bassage, Barber, and Burgoon. Baker in the 0 goes way in on the outside in turn 1. Tommy Beck by him. Bassage to the low side trying to take second away from Mark Moats Sr. They are wheel to wheel off of 4. Tommy Beck now closing in on Brandon Burgoon for 5th. 7 laps are down. Faree still your leader, Moats second, Bassage third. Then it's Barbara, Beck, Burgoon, and Baker. If your name's not a B in the middle of that top 10, you're not allowed to be there. Beck, Barbara, Burgoon, Baker, and now Geisler starting to march forward in the Cochran Automotive 1C. Tommy Beck underneath Keith Barbara. Tommy Beck will pedal into 4th in the 91 car. Tommy dives to the low side of Mike Bassage and now is into 3rd. 9 laps are down. Ed Faree out in front. Keith Barbara slides up into 4th. Mike Bassage trying to pass him on the back straightaway to take the 4th spot back. Lots of slicing and dicing out there. Beck now to the inside of Moats trying to take second. 15 laps to go. It's Ed Faree in front. Tommy Beck slides into second in turn 2. Baker now to the inside of Mike Bassett down the back straightaway. They race for fifth into turn number 3. Out in front, it's Faree. Beck to second. Moats third. Barbara fourth. Bassett fifth. Baker sixth. Geisler seventh. Burgoon is eighth. 17, Lance Elson. The 99 of Ben Miley. Just about all the cars are within like the same straightaway themselves. Lots of close racing all around the Monster half mile. Ed Faree's lead is shrinking. Here comes Tommy Beck flying on the outside off the second turn. Down the back straightaway. Beck has caught Faree in no time. We're coming to the halfway point. Look at him flying on the outside of turn 4. Faree down low, Beck up high, and Beck has got the lead with 12 laps to go. Tommy Beck looking for his first dirt super late model win. He started in the 9th spot. 11 laps to go. Baker has now gotten around Mike Bassett. For fifth, Barbara fourth, Baker nipping at his heels down the backstretch. Moats is by himself in third. Into 3, Baker slides up in front of Keith Barbara. 10 laps to go, 10 to go. Barbara slides up in front of Baker. Baker slides back under Barbara. Great racing all around the Speedway. Here comes Barbara with another slide job on Baker. Baker trying to get back by Barbara. 9 laps to go, 9 to go. Baker and Barbara collide off the second turn, and Barbara hits the wall. Keith Barbara and Steve Baker had been trading slide jobs for about 3 laps. That time Barbara did not have Baker cleared when he came up across in turn 2, got into the side of Steve. Steve was able to keep his car straight. Barbara ends up in the wall, and the caution is out. With 9 laps to go, Tommy Beck is your leader. But there's some guys behind them that would like to throw their hand into the mix as well. The green is back out, 9 laps to go. Good restart for Beck. Great restart. He's still in front for Faree second. Here comes Baker to the outside of Moats. Geisler getting up in there as well. Bassett having a great opening night run in the 71M. Baker to third. Beck leads, Faree second. Bassett's now fourth, Moats fifth, and then Geisler. Caution is out. We've got a caution for a car at turn 4, 0K, Kerry Gasser. Kerry Gasser for the second time at the bottom of turn 4 brings out the caution, and the UPS Freight Stainless Machine Engineering Rockets. Off of 4, looking good. Green is out. Faree goes flying to the outside. Baker goes low side. It's time to caution in turn 2. Geisler spins. Car up against the wall. Lance Elson. Caution is out. Woo! Wow. It was wild and woolly the last time they went. Let's see what happens here. Beck clearly into the lead now into turn 1. Doesn't leave that room on the outside for Faree to squeeze by. Beck pushes a bit high. Baker down on the bottom will slide into second. Faree is third. Burgoon is now into fourth. Tommy Beck, Steve Baker waging war for the lead off of turn number 4. It's still Beck, Baker, Faree, Burgoon, Bassett, Miley, and Elson. Or excuse me, Moats. Beck stays on the outside, taking that West Virginia Rim Rider's favorite line. Baker follows him off of 4, close to the wall. 6 laps to go. Faree third, Burgoon fourth. Miley to the outside of Mike Bassage. Ben Miley, the 99, moving up into fifth. Five laps to go, 5 to go. Steve Baker stays on the tail of Tommy Beck. Brandon Burgoon trying to work underneath Ed Faree for third. Burgoon goes by in turn 4. Double B moves the Three River Scrap Iron 17 to third. Faree fourth, Miley a close fifth, Bassage sixth, Moats is seventh. Geisler has pedaled his way back to eighth. Flinner runs ninth. Lance Elson is 10th. Baker close to Beck, but Tommy has made no mistakes. Coming around to complete lap 23. 2 more laps to go, 2 to go. Off at turn 2, Beck maintains that 3 or 4 car length advantage. Ben Miley now nipping at the heels of Ed Faree for fourth in turn number 3. 1 more lap to go, 1 to go. Baker is right there on his tail, but Beck with great forward bite coming down that straightaway. Baker having to jerk the car. He lost some distance. Miley to the low side of the Calusi Chevy 99. He and Faree wheel to wheel for fourth. This is it, the payoff lap coming at you in turn 4. Tommy Beck, Steve Baker off the 4th turn. It's going to be Tommy Beck's first super late model win on the dirt. Baker second, Burgoon third, Miley gets 4th, Faree 5th, Bassage 6th, Geisler 7th, Moats 8th, and Flinner 9th, Elson in 10th. Tommy, congratulations. I didn't have a chance to look back. Do you remember when you won last year in the modifieds?
96, 97 maybe?
Might have been. It's been a while, but what a great run.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, I can't say enough. We've been getting the car straightened around, but I really got to say, guys at Drame really helped us out this year. I mean, everybody, they said, when I went out there, it told me they had a different reputation. I said, what? And they said that we're expensive. I'll tell you what, for what they did the motor for and the way this thing ran, you just couldn't believe it, and I'm thrilled right now. So.
The rules changed a little bit this year without the 4-inch thing on the left front. Did that help free the car?
I learned something a long time about aero whenever I was, my wife went to Daytona, and they changed the restrictor plate by a 1/16 of an inch and went 210 miles an hour instead of 160, so I don't think it made any difference at all. But
didn't make any difference? You pass Ed Faree, you hold off Steve Baker. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling.
I'll tell you what, I grew up watching these guys, and I mean, it's absolutely great.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Al.
Tommy Beck, ladies and gentlemen, a new face in the late model winner's circle at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Schedule and comes out of the gate with a win in 2009. Green is out. 20-lap feature for the Brockers Machine Shop Dirt Car Pro Late Models. It's Justin Lamb in front, Bryant Hank second, Neil Eisminger third, and Mark Moats Jr. fourth into turn 3. Neil Eisminger in the 84 and trying to get by Bryant Hank for second. Into 3, down on the inside comes Rocky Kugo in the 7. He and Hank now wheel to wheel for third. Moats is 5th, and Lucan, Shemp, Bo Glemba. Up high is Josh Holtgrave for the 00. He brings that pony down and stays in the fast lane. Mark Moats Jr. to the inside of Bryant Hank, trying to pass him for 4th. Cal Lucan to the low side of Hank, trying to move into 5th. Out in front, second-year driver Justin Lamb. The HNMS Incorporated, WG Tomko and Sons, Coriopolis Hardware. Rocket in front. Neil Eisminger second. Rocky Kugel third. Mark Moats Jr. fourth. Lucan is fifth. Hank is sixth. Shemp is seventh. Glemba is eighth. Holkraver ninth. And Ken Chernick is 10th. Five laps down, 15 to go. Justin Lamb never drove a race car before last season. Out of the military, bought himself a race car, and here he is leading the way. Had a rough freshman season. The battle of the slide jobs for second, Eisminger and Kugel. Eisminger now second, Kugel third. Here comes Mark Moats Jr., the 15, trying to take third away from Rocky Kugel. Kyle Lucan fifth, Bryant Hank sixth, Scott Shemp still seventh, Ken Chernick and Bo Glemba eighth and ninth. Josh Holtgraver runs 10th. Dozen laps remaining, folks. Dozen laps to go. Scott Shemp has closed in on the 28 of Bryant Hank for sixth. Hank still sixth, Shemp seventh as they head down the back straightaway. Justin Lamb continues to lead the field. Half a straightaway over Neil Eisminger. Kyle Lucan now to the inside of Rocky Kugel. Down the back straightaway. Lucan moving into fourth. Scott Shemp has nosed ahead of Brian Hank in turn 4. Hank on the outside trying to pull back around. We're halfway. Oh, slide job in turn 2. Kugel and Lucan, they both stay on the gas. It's still Lucan fourth, Kugel fifth. We've seen more slide jobs tonight than I've seen all year. The new banking. Plenty of passing. Although right now it's been the Justin Lamb show. Neil Eisminger has closed in. Eisminger has made up some distance on your race leader. And boy, when you've been out in front from the start, you're never sure where everybody's at, where you should be running, where they're running. Cars slowing in front of the race leader in turn 2. Lamb gets by the Darrell Dow 5. Neil Eisminger by as well. Darrell Dow off the pace. Darrell Dow in the 5. Up against the wall through 3 and 4 to bring out the caution. The 4 in this car. Maybe a little bit of an early start. We'll see if this goes green. False start on the 93X. He got going too early. There are 2 lines painted on the wall, one coming off of turn 4 and one between turn 4 and the start-finish line. You must start in that box. Green is out. Justin Lamb still in front. Eisminger second, Lucan now third, Moats is fourth. Eisminger trying the inside of Justin Lamb off of turn 4, but it's still Lamb in front with 7 to go. Kyle Lucan, Mark Moats Jr., Rocky Kugel, and Brian. Spinning is car 75, Scott Shemp. And we've got a bunch of cars collected on the back straightaway. Scott Shemp in the 75 car, sideways off the second turn, a bunch of cars collected up behind him. False start again for your leader, Justin Lamb. He is starting way too soon. Oh, now the 84 wants to go. It's the 93X's races to start, and he goes. The green is out. Number 84 made a bad move, guesstimating. Kyle Lucan will take up the chase on Justin Lamb. Right on his tail as they race into turn 3. Brian Hank fourth, Mark Moats Jr. fifth, Lamb still in front. 6 laps to go, 6 to go. Lucan closing again now for 2. That seems to be his fast spot. Now he dives to the inside of Justin Lamb into turn 3. Lamb still your leader. He has been silky smooth through the corners. Lucan appears to have a little more giddy up down the straights. Justin pitching the car off a little bit more, 1 and 2. 5 laps from the checkered flag, 4 when they come by this time. Lamb has picked up the pace here. Good race for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Rocky Kugel, Ken Chernick, and Brian Hank way up against the wall there in turn 4, lost a spot. Try to dive in to turn 1 on the low side, but push it up across the racetrack. Kyle Lucan has closed back in a bit on Justin Lamb, your leader. Into turn 1. Lamb's got the lead. Lucan closing ground on the outside. He's on his tail. Now he's got a decision to make, inside or outside into 3. Still in the fast lane. 2 laps to go as he tries to get his first career feature win. 66 car off the pace on the back straightaway. Valinsky into the pits. Lucan again closing that gap. Justin Lamb a little faster through the turns at 3 and 4 would appear, but this time Kid Cow is closing there as well. 1 more. Oh, we got a wreck in turn 3. Caution out. Caution out in turn 3. Ken Chernick in the C1, who was in that battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th, in turn 3 brings out the cautions. So we have got this becomes a 21. This becomes a 21 lap race. What to do to get to the checkered flag? It's his race to start. He's on the gas and the green is out. Watch Lucan on the outside. Lamb leaves the lane, and Kid Cow is on the charge down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4, they're side by side. Whoa, little paint exchange coming off of 4. Lucan has got the lead with 1 lap to go. Lamb back on the inside, trying to move back in front in turn 2. Lucan gets back around. Rocky Kugel 4th, Neil Eisminger 3rd, Tommy Dembowski's in the top 5 of the 79. Checkered flag is waving for Kyle Lucan. Justin Lamb 2nd, Eisminger 3rd, Kugel 4th, Dembowski 5th. Congratulations. Without the restart at the end, did you have a chance?
I don't know. I mean, the last lap, coming down to the white flag, I got to him. I didn't know if I'd be able. I knew I had to make my move in 1 if I didn't make it there. Earlier, I tried getting under him in 3, and he shut the door. And, I mean, he ran me clean. We got together a little bit down there, but that's just racing. I mean, if you don't having bumping, then what's the point of being out here?
It happens from time to time with the speed you're going. You did most of your racing in the Super Lates last year. You're going to be back in this class this year. What's the plan?
We're planning on running both. We didn't get a chance to get the late model out here tonight. We just got the motor back on Thursday, but we're hoping to have it ready by next week. I just feel real bad for Justin because he ran a heck of a race. I mean, without some of the earlier cautions, I'd have never been able to get there. And then that last one, I don't know, it would have been close, but he did real good, and, I mean, it was fun tonight.
People you want to thank?
Neil Eisminger, Daryl Dow's been out the garage a couple times this week. He helped us out because he knew we were a little short-handed because my sister's at formal tonight. And my dad we've been working on this stuff. Mike Farr down at Genesis Shocks. I mean, I know we can't run the gas on these cars, but I talked to him a little bit this winter, and he helped me out. I mean, he gave me some tips, and really got to thank him and just everybody else that helped out on the car.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kyle Lucon, folks, your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Pro Late Models. Off of turn 4, green is out. Andre Layfield grabs the early lead. Here comes the Martinsbury Madman, J.E. Stelter. Leighton Kennedy storming on the outside, Kevin Miller on the inside. Off of 4, who's going to lead lap 1? J.E. Stelter by a nose into turn number 1. It's Andre Layfield down the back straightaway. Stelter second, Kennedy third, Kevin Miller fourth, then the midway missile, Daryl Charlier in car 12. Stelter nosing ahead on the inside of 4, and he will lead lap 2. J.E. Stelter seems to have the lead on the front straightaway and Andre Layfield on the backstretch, but now it's Stelter leading on both ends of the speedway, but the 3rd and 4th place cars appear to be closing in. Clayton Kennedy in car 9 and the 4M of Kevin Miller. Clayton Kennedy right on the tail of Andre Layfield for second down the back straightaway. He will look to the inside in turn 3. And looks to have the pass in turn 4, but here comes Layfield back on the outside. They're side by side going into turn 1 for second. Kevin Miller trying to make it a 3-car battle. Cars spun around in 3 and 4. Jared Dumhoff in the 1-car turned around in the middle of 3 and 4. Clayton Kennedy in the pits in car 9. Car started to push bad going into the first turn. Maybe a right front tire, something might have gone down, started to go flat. Green is out. Layfield back in front. Stelter is second. Kevin Miller now third, and the midway missile climbing on the outside of the 12. J.E. Stelter trying to get back ahead of Andre Layfield. 5 are down. Layfield apparently learned something from losing the lead because he looks super fast now. J.E. Stelter, the Layfield getting a little higher than I think he would prefer in turn 4. J.E. Stelter down low again, trying to pull alongside of Layfield in turn 4, but Andre's got that outside momentum into turn 1. Daryl Charlier 4th, Chris Bassage is 5th, Kevin Miller 3rd. You got 5 cars on the back straightaway and another 5 cars running together in turn 2. Stelter a little closer this time in turn 4, climbing up the racetrack. It's still Layfield in front. 4 more times around the Monster half mile. Stelter's gone to the outside, trying to get a little closer. Not for long. He dives back low into turn 3. He'll stay to the outside, or will he? Now he dives down into one. J.E. Stalter trying to take the lead away from Andre Layfield in turn 2, climbing up the banking. It's still Layfield by just a car length into 3. Here comes Stalter back on the inside. One more lap to go. 1, 2, go. Caution out, caution out. Don't go away yet. Car on the back chute, 65 Tom Martinick, and now we've got a 2-lap shootout. Off of 4 we go. Green is out. Into turn 1. Layfield still your leader. He moves up in front of J.E. Stalter, and here comes the Martinsbury Madmen on the back straightaway. Watch this, folks. Into 3 and 4. Stalter, Layfield off at turn number 4. Little bumperoo. Both up close to the wall. More bumping down the front chute. White flag. 1 to go. They gather them up in the middle of 1 and 2, and now the drag race is on down the back straightaway. Layfield is back in front. Into 3 and 4. Layfield way up against the wall. He's going to bring her to the checkered flag. Stalter 2nd, Miller 3rd, Charlier 4th, Bassett 5th. He's still hollering at you. Guy has no sense of humor. No, congratulations. What a battle you and J.E. had there the last several laps.
Yeah, it was tough there at the end when we went double file. I don't know how you guys race here. I guess double file restarts, so I know it's going to be tough.
Let me give you a secret. Don't ever give J.E. the outside.
Well, I really didn't know we could choose the inside or the outside, or I would have went to the outside because that's where I like to run. So.
But a good race. It's got to be fun to be able to move around the racetrack like you guys were doing.
Yeah, it was real fun. The racetrack's real good. That's why I tell everybody this. The facility here is awesome. The racing's good. There's a top and a bottom. So.
People you want to thank?
I want to thank Jim Buttrell for letting me run his car here tonight. Really, he normally drives this car. And my girlfriend Mandy, Linda, Cole, everybody that helps me, and everybody that sponsored this car.
So have you put the pressure on him now?
I don't know. He offered to let me race this car some, so I don't know.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Andre Layfield, your winner in the UMP Modified. 2. Hope to see more of them. They can run for points, regional points, both tracks, regional and national points. Robert Betts from the pole takes the lead. Bobby Schwartzmiller, the 28, on his tail. A little bump and grind over in turn 2. Oh, man. They are crowded down the back straightaway to turn number 3. You can certainly run the racetrack wherever you want. Top to bottom, inside or outside, it doesn't much matter. Bob Schwartzmiller leads lap 1 in the Denny's Restaurant 28. Robert Betts is 2nd. Pat Hanley in the 380 car 3rd. Hanley now dives to the low side of Betts, trying to move to 2nd. Pat Weld in the 45 is 4th. Then it's Wayne Carbo in the 54. Bill Robertson in the 1B. Schwartzmiller out in front. Hanley just ahead of Betts for 2nd. Weldon, Carbo, Robertson, Egley, Katselis, Kachuba. Lots of strong running cars all the way back through. Side by side again for 2nd. Robert Betts has got that 81 running strong tonight. Wayne Carbo so dominant in his heat race in the 54. Not wasting time as he starts to push to the front. To the outside of Betts on the back chute. Wayne the train into 3rd. Look at the lead Schwartzmiller has built. "15-lap feature event. Schwartzmiller by a half a straightaway. Hanley 2nd, Carbo 3rd. Bill Robertson now in the 1B to the outside of Robert Betts, moving to 4th. We got a wreck in turn 2. 39, Mike Maughan is around in turn 2. Caution is out. Mike Maughan in the 39, the caution. Turn 2, the spot. Carbo into turn number 4. Pat's elected to go outside, as you can see. He goes, we go. And off we go. Into that first turn. Carbo tried to take the lead. Hanley on the outside. Just ahead as they head down the back chute. Bill Roberts into third. Craig Catellus in the 64 moves to fourth. Into the wall and glancing off. Bob Egley into third. He keeps going. Close call there with Pat Weldon. Weldon's got a problem. He may have got a flat tire to that deal. A little 25 car, Pat Weldon. Crossing the racetrack. Yeah, problems on the right rear. He's headed for the pits. Pat Hanley in front of Wayne Carbo, Bill Roberts, and Craig Catellus. Nick Kachuba also really fast early tonight. He's moved to 5th after starting back in mid-pack. The 9 car of Kamaker spins out off the second turn. Kamaker in the 9 brings out the caution. Mike Maughan spinning to avoid him. 6 laps are down. Hanley hits the gas again, and he got a heck of a start. Some bite up there on that outside. Hanley leads. Craig Catellus in the 64 into second. Bill Robertson now third. Wayne Carbo, who is second, finds himself back in 4th. And Nick Kachuba is on the move in the 10 as Catellus starts to pressure Pat Hanley for the lead. Coming to the halfway mark. This will be lap 8, 7 more to go when they come around. Front 5 awfully tight. Hanley still your leader in the 380 Auto Auction Chevy. Craig Catellus, the Drew's Auto Service 64, right there behind him. Bill Robertson, Nick Kachuba, and now it's Jake Simmons in the 68X trying to move into 5th. What magic Wayne Carbo had found has left him as he has dropped back to 6th. Hanley still in front. Now they're 2x2 for second. Bill Robertson putting the heat on Craig Catellus. Nick Kachuba right behind that duo. Five laps to go. Best thing Pat Hanley got going. Oh, sideways as Hanley may have got a little bump, not sure, and he bounces off the wall. Caution is out. R380, Pat Hanley, your leader. Sideways in 1. Don't know if he got help from the backside or not, but a hard slap of the wall. Alongside. Simmons starts 4th. Kachuba is in the 3rd spot as the green waves. Bill Robertson ends up with the lead on the restart. Catellus 2nd, Kachuba 3rd, Simmons 4th. Kachuba down on the bottom. Trying to go from 3rd to 1st with one fell swoop here off of turn 4. It's Robertson, Kachuba 2nd, Catellus 3rd, and Simmons 4th into that first turn. Catellus back to the outside, edging ahead of Nick Kachuba for 2nd. Bill Robertson now enjoying the hard racing behind him as he opens up a bit of a lead. The Washington Landing Marina MAD Custom Exhaust NJ and Associates J&A Heating and Cooling Grand Prix. 2 laps from the checkered flag. Kachuba again a half a car length in front of Catellus in the turn down the straightaway. They're about dead even. Simmons 4th. Bob Egley is now your 5th place car. Car wrecked in the middle of 1 and 2. Caution is out. Tyler Fox in car 39 in turns 1 and 2. Caution. Amateur stock feature is next. And we are back racing. Bill Robertson and Nick Kachuba, they pit side by side over there in turn number 3. Kachuba has been slowly working his way toward the front. His car really working in the middle of those turns. May not have the horsepower down the straightaway, but he's certainly the quickest car through the turns. He started in 9th spot. He takes the lead away from Bill Robertson, who tries to return the favor with 1 to go. Robertson's back in front. How many times have we seen this tonight? Swapping leads on both ends of the racetrack. Bill Robertson, Nick Kachuba, let it all hang out. Craig Catellus is 3rd. Jake Simmons and Bob Egley next. Kachuba to the inside of Robertson in turn 4. Here they come. They pit side by side. They're going to finish side by side. Kachuba looks like possibly by a nose. We'll get the official word from the scores. What the picture show? How much?
By
about a foot.
Not even, I don't think. I knew it was close. I didn't even know coming into pits.
And if the white flag, I'm not sure it would have been any different. I mean, you were side by side then as well.
Yeah, I know. I was able to get a little bit of run on the bottom, but man, Billy had the momentum up top there. And I don't know what happened at the end of there. You know, we got together a little bit. I think that was just good, hard racing. But man, what a way to start the season.
You guys pit side by side, you finish side by side. Now you can go talk about it for hours, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, Billy's a good guy. We have a good relationship, but I think it was just good, hard racing, and we'll be in good shape.
It looks like this class, with the new cars that have come in, the rules have changed. It looks like it's going to be better than ever.
Man, it was great to see some of the cars from Lernerville down here. Absolutely great. Hope they come all year. I just want to see the class. I mean, we've got a strong class, top 12, 15 cars. Any of those cars could win on any given night.
People you want to thank?
I got to thank my sponsors, Colonial Beer Distributor, Clark and Family Chiropractic, Built Right Construction and Restoration, Hankey Farms Auto, the entire Blue Crew, everybody that helps me out. My dad did a ton of work to this car this winter, and man, does it work. And I got my buddy Mark. Mark, come here. Where are you? Mark was the one who shared driving duties with me when we started this 8 years ago. Today's his 30th birthday, so happy birthday, Mark.
All right, Nick Kachuba, your winner, folks, in the Sunoco Race Fuel Sportsman.
Jason Herniak takes the green flag. Gary Catellus still holds second from Dan DeShide, but Rich Mason's up to the 5th position. '25, Garrett O'Patchen got a good run coming down the back straightaway. He's 3 wide with Dan DeShide and Butch Lewandowski coming out of turn 4. Gary Catellus still on the rear bumper of the 97 Jason Herniak. Down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Caution's out. 3-car pile up in turn 2. That was a 59 of Butch Lewandowski, the OU2 of Ed Weiser, and the 23 of Rich Mason. Jason Herniak takes the green flag over Gary Catellus, Dan DeShide, Kirk Bish, and Garrett O'Patchen. He holds the lead from Gary Catellus, staying high in turn 1 and 2, coming down the back straightaway. Kurt Bish on the outside of Dan DeShide into turn 3. four-way battle for the lead. Jason Herniak starts to pull away now from Gary Catellis, Kurt Bish, and Dan DeShide. Gary Catellis now to the inside of Jason Herniak down the back straightaway for the lead, who's followed by Kurt Bish in third. Dan DeShide in fourth. He edges ahead now, coming down the front straightaway. Jason Herniak tries back to the inside of Gary Catellis through turn one, but falls back in line. Kurt Bish to his inside now. Down the back straightaway, he's passed by Dan DeShide. Into turn three. Out of turn four, it's still the 1K of Gary Catellis. Caution's out. From the wall of turn four is the 14 of Mark Sullivan. Green flag for Gary Catellis. Kurt Bish to the outside through turn one. He'll fall back in line. Rich Mason battling for the fourth position, back up after his accident in turn two. Gary Catellis still leads Kurt Bish, Dan DeShide, and Rich Mason. Kurt Bish to the inside of Gary Catellis for the lead through turn one. Kurt Bish again to the inside of Gary Catellis coming out of turn four. Down the front straightaway, they're side by side. Jason Herniak to the inside of Rich Mason. Kurt Bish and Gary Catellis still side by side through turn four. Still side by side back through turn one. Rich Mason to the inside of Dan DeShide for the third position. Still side by side. Kurt Bish and Brian Hutchko remain side by side. Kurt Bish and Gary Catellis still side by side down the back straightaway. Kurt Bish slides up in turn four, and Gary Catellis clears him for the lead, but he's back to the inside through turn one. Gary Catellis takes the white flag. Kurt Bish to the inside through turn one. He'll push up the racetrack. He's to the inside again, coming through turn four. They're side by side, but Gary Catellis will take the win. Followed by Kurt Bish, Rich Mason, and Brian Hutchko. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much.
You were in a locked battle there with Kurt Bish for a while. Could you describe that?
That was nerve. I'm glad Kurt was beside me. He's an excellent driver. You couldn't put a dollar bill between us. It was fun.
Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Definitely, well, we left the dirt on there from last year or so, but Drew's Auto Service is my dad and my brother, and they helped me. My wife, my kids, thank them for letting me do this stuff, and it was a lot of fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.